here. Welcome to my channel, and today is going to be a different video for me. It's about AuthorTube. I've just spent the last ooh Lord, couple hours watching AuthorTube videos because I just moved into my new place and I'm going through boxes and that, and luckily I found my story. Started out as a short story. It's now like 10,000 words, so pushing a novella. And look at this thing. It's like 3 years old. Has my old Portland address on it from 4 years ago, I think. Both sides, it's all marked up with red, black, green marker. So it's been through a couple drafts, although it's not finished. Now I know how it's going to end, or I think I do. I have a plan for the end, so I can write myself to the end. I just need to take this through a typer. I don't care if it's a typewriter or a word processor or a laptop. My laptop's in a box in Phoenix, Arizona, by the way, along with most of my other books. But so I'm going to put out a vibe for a typewriter. Maybe I can find one. I'm going to this, it's called the Community Warehouse, where you can get furniture and TVs and coffee pots and rugs and all kinds of stuff. Maybe they'll have a typewriter there. Old Smith & Corona like I used to use. So I knew I had it somewhere, but it was tucked away in a Tibetan art coloring book, actually. I should have, it's over there somewhere, it's in my closet, but so there's that. I also, what I can start writing now is poetry, and that's what I primarily used to write. I, published in university and small presses. I don't know the rules today for applying for NEA grants, National Endowment for the Arts grants, but when I was doing it back in the mid-'80s, '90s, you had to have 20 verified publications, and then you fill out the forms, and then like a cover page, but it's all anonymous. They don't know if it's Alan Mahan or Allen Ginsberg applying. So I'd like to get back into that. I'd like to start sending some poems out as soon as I get a typer. But I write poetry in a book, so I got a new composition notebook. This is the kind I use. I have literally hundreds of these in boxes, and over the years I've lost hundreds of these in moves. Lost a lot of books in my lifetime, a lot of possessions in that. Anyway, let's see. There are friends of mine on BookTube that they're authors, like Dane Cobain and Todd the Librarian. Your last name escapes me right now. I don't want to muck it up. And Brian at Bookish, he's not on AuthorTube as far as I know, but he is a published writer. And I mention these three guys because they've read published short stories of mine. I used to kind of write in the horror genre, and I was into it. I've been paid for my writing, not much. I've won contests and stuff like that, but not in decades. I just went off the wayside and put my writing to. I would come back to this story that's been hanging around, like I mentioned, for 4 years. Most of it in a box, going back and forth, my crazy life. But so I'm gonna put this out to the AuthorTube community, which is going through some changes right now in a name change. Some people want to change it to WriterTube or CreatorTube. And I agree with the WriterTube guys. I would go and support that Oh, hey, Cheerio. I don't fight change, I'm tempted to say. I don't mind it, or I like to think I don't mind it. I think I kind of roll with the flow, but. So I'm rambling. Let's see. Yes, this story is called Moultrie, and takes place in Moultrie, Georgia. And there's an old serial killer in it from real life back in Gainesville, Florida, back in the 80s. If anybody remembers, they finally caught him. His name escapes me, but it's in here. But it's a humorous story, I like to think. And I hate writers who talk about their stories, especially ones that aren't done. It's unlucky. So with that, I'm going to bid you adieu. All right. Toodaloo.